As you know, public accounting is very demanding and challenging. Because busy season is coming up, you may wonder how to prepare for it. Today, our special guest will share what he learned from his first busy season.
Hi, hey everyone. My name is Forrest Ouellette. I've been at CBIZ MHM for coming up to about a year now, and we're here to go over just a few things that I was able to take away from my very first busy season. I think one of the things that I wanted to bring up was, good note taking. It's really essential that you're really taking quality notes of not every little detail, but enough detail to get you through any sort of work you're going to get on. And one of the examples that I bring up for this is that when someone asks you to do a work paper, for instance, they'll ask you to work in cash, and there might be something that's client specific to where you haven't seen it on other jobs, and it's just something that they know every year, and you wouldn't have seen it otherwise if you didn't take good notes. So that's why it's just always good to, take detailed notes and just be able to reference them back. Another thing I wanted to share as part of the busy season was it's always good to have work that you've done in the past as a reference to use for upcoming work. This is especially true for when you're working on just, I guess, a little more challenging work per se, and so it's nice to be able to reference that when you have, I guess, not necessarily a more simpler client or engagement, but an engagement that's a little more standardized, so that when you do reference the work that you've done previously that was a little bit harder, it makes it that much more easier. You can actually think of, or you might actually think of stuff that you might have caught if you didn't reference it. And then it's just always good to go back to your work and just get a refresher on how to do it, because when you're doing so many things at once, you're just burning and turning, and you don't really remember what you did like 5 minutes ago, and then you just bring that bed up and you're like, oh, all right, this is fine. My last thing that I wanted to share was anytime you're working with someone and it's busy season, people are going to be, the stakes are high. Some people are going to be under some stress, and it's just always good to communicate a whole list of stuff up front, so that you don't have to always kind of go back to them and keep asking what you need to do, so that when the time does come, you can report everything that you've completed. You already know what you can do if you accomplished a certain task that you were given, and it just makes it that much easier and more efficient on getting work and finishing work, and it's going to make your life and everyone's life a whole lot easier when you already know what to do.
So what didn't you like about the busy season?
A couple things I don't like about busy season is, one of course is, the hours are long. They can be at weird times. They can be long nights or early mornings. There's weekends. I'm just a modern day hippie, just not trying to work as much if I don't need to. And then I think the only other thing that it really grinds my gears is that busy season is always during the winter months, and so that means that I can't plan any big trips for snowboarding, and if I do, they have to be like very early busy season or very much later in like April, and by that time you can't really go to Big Bear, but you can go to Mammoth. So yeah, yep. That's it.